The cord was tangled. I had to untangle it, everybody. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. I'm KarmaJolt. This game is Final Fantasy on the Nintendo NES system, and we are about to continue from where we last left off. What's going on? Wayne, and Dagger, and Genevieve B, and Sean R, and Asim. How is everybody? Let's do respond rate 7 this time. And last we left off, Bork died, but we were doing some leveling at the Peninsula of Power, and I saved the game right here. Oh man, the Black Mage has such a cool hat. Let's have him walk us back to town. Oh, that's great that we got ambushed. Monsters strike first. They did. Last night, I participated in my skee-ball league. Our team name is Final Fantasy. And in the first week of the season, your boy was able to hit a perfect round, everybody. I got 3 hundreds in a row on my individual turn. So I hope you're proud of me, Asim. Let's do some more leveling. I have somewhere to be at 1 o'clock today, but I, can stream at least a little bit until then. I could have sworn that the werewolf was considered undead in this game, and therefore, would get harmed by the harm spell, but I guess I was incorrect about that. Ooh boy, I got poisoned. And I love the Black Mage's adorable, injured sprite, where he kinda folds his cloak in on himself there. I feel so sorry for him, you know? Quick Guns! Welcome. Alright, let's fire... I'm not making much progress in this battle here. I'm getting chipped away here. Sylvala! Welcome, how are you? Is this the Krusty Krab? Yes. No, this is Final Fantasy 1. Why are you streaming so early? Sylvala, I just explained. I got somewhere to be at 1 o'clock. I got a haircut appointment. So I can't stream at my normal, late afternoon slot. I love the death sprite for Bork, by the way. Face down, arms out. That's how Tiny Cat sleeps sometimes. When he's not curled up in his little cat bed like this. I did that. I have less hair now. Sylvala, yeah, I'm trying to copy you, because that's what the cool kids be doing. Tint Cat is right, Asim. I'm glad you're a fan. How's everybody doing today? I could do some exploring. Oh my gosh, this screaming sound effect when your character is poisoned. I mean, that's probably not what it's supposed to be, but I like to interpret it as your character's like, ah, I'm poisoned. They're just screaming real loud. Let's use lightning here, then harm on the Geists, and my Black Mage is out of magic. So this could be bad, especially considering the Geist has a chance to, I think, paralyze you with every attack, and they hit 3 times, you know? Boom, get harmed. Gen B, don't. No, but if I eat now, I'll ruin lunch. Genevieve B? I forgot to eat breakfast this morning, Genevieve B. That's the thing that you tell me not to do. I didn't even forget breakfast this morning. I didn't have it, but I didn't forget it. Nah, JK. I had a little something. Shoot. 2 of my characters were stunned there. Let's lit here, and then have Asim attack. I don't know if you can die from poison in this game. You definitely can't when you're in the overworld. Okay, I forgot once. It happens, Genevieve B. But take care of my Genevieve B. Oh my gosh. She's great, and I love her. I had Cocoa Pops for breakfast. Asim. Do you mean Cocoa Puffs? Or is that something else? Speaking of which, let's reset that reps counter, everybody. We did 52 kumquats yesterday, right? So today I've decided, since I don't have any balls to roll later tonight, let's do an arms day. Let's do some curls. Should switch to my pink sunglasses. Genevieve B? Yeah, be like me. Alright, so we just got a whole bunch of money from the Peninsula of Power. And for those who don't know, I'm leveling up at one specific spot in the game where you can fight enemies that you're not supposed to be able to see until way later in the game. It's called the Peninsula of Power, because you can fight high-level enemies that, again, you're really not supposed to find any of these enemies until much, much later in the game. But if you can manage to win, like, one battle in that spot, then you get, like, a big payout of experience and gold. Relative to, you know, where I'm supposed to be in the game, you know? Like, enemies around here, the normal enemies, if I fight normal enemies around here, I'll probably get, like, you know, 100 experience and 200 gold. But the enemies that I can fight on the Peninsula of Power, I'll get, like, 600 to 1,000 experience, and then like 800 to 2,000 gold. I'm just guessing. Just estimating here. Oof, Gen B got request denied. Selvala, I have no idea why I got dissed like that. Wait, Genevieve, what are you talking about? That's me requesting new glasses, bro. The pink ones that you got me? What are you talking about? Do you mean the pointy ones? Wait, are those pink, Genevieve B? Yes, OMG. I had no idea those were pink. Genevieve B is requesting a glasses swap. Oh, the Daddy Jolt glasses. Those are pink? Yeah, I guess they kinda are. Hey, Genevieve B with the glasses swap request. I'm sorry, babe. I'm a little colorblind, so I didn't know these were pink. Genevieve B got me these a long time ago. She made these for me, and they're amazing. Yeah, my channel members and my girlfriends are allowed to, request a glasses swap at any time. Genevieve B, I didn't know what you were talking about. I'm sorry, I feel like an idiot. Raffle, says Dagger. Yo, Wayne, I see you with the members-only emojis. Shoot, I missed the imp. That imp being tricky. If you didn't show the custom stuff, I'd assume it's the same, says Silvala. It's a facepalm type of morning, says Genevieve B. OMG, we can make Yoshi and Karma's logo kiss. Yo, Wayne, with the Yoshi and the Foxhound emojis in the chat. One of which I drew in MS Paint. Okay, so these guys can poison you, the arachnids. Let's run from this battle. Later, I want to explain how the running glitch works in this game, but maybe I'll explain it now. So basically, as long as you have 15 luck, and you're running with the first or second party member, and your third and fourth party members are in healthy condition, you will run with like 100% success. Because what's supposed to happen in this game is the percentage chance to successfully run away from battle is supposed to be determined by some function of your luck stat over your level. But instead what happens is, instead of checking your level, the game checks some random freaking thing. Like if your first character is trying to run from battle, it'll check the status of your third character in battle. So if he's healthy and not like poisoned or petrified or dead or in critical condition, then your first party member has a very good chance to run. In fact, if their luck is 15 or more, it's 100%. Same goes for your second party member, except it checks the status of your third party member. If your third and fourth party members are running, the game checks some random thing like the identifier number of the third enemy who attacked in that battle. And then I think the fourth party member, if they're running, the calculation checks like the last digit of your HP or sometimes a random number, and it just doesn't make any sense. But again, it's supposed to check basically your luck stat divided by luck plus level, I believe. So the entire calculation is just borked, I would say. I hope I can show that off at some point later in the game. Ogre is a rock star, says Asim. Are you gonna keep the white background? On the Foxhound logo? On my Foxhound emoji? People said I should, Genevieve B, so I guess so. Alright, we are back at the Peninsula of Power. I'm gonna save the game with a tent. And again, you can fight high-level enemies here that are supposed to be part of the continent above us there. But these two squares have enemies that are native to the continent above us. And you can end up fighting some high-level enemies here. The giants are probably the hardest ones to fight. I'm gonna have Pip use the Roost spell, and I'm just gonna blast these Fire 2s at them. I put Bork in the second slot here so that he might actually survive one of these battles. I guess I could have put him in the last slot. But he can also take a hit. Alright, he did 32 damage. That's not so bad. Not getting, like, amazing rolls here for my Fire 2 spells. Let's use the Heal spell here. And Fire 2 again. I'm using, like, all of my fire power, ladies and gentlemen, on this one battle. Because, again, these guys super tough. They're really strong. Come on, Kobe, you can survive. I need him to cast Fire 2 this round. It's axing time, says Asim. I see you with the axe emoji in the chat. I was gonna axe you about it. Heal again. Let's ice this guy down here. How's it looking sound, everybody? Am I loud enough? Is game audio loud enough? Is it too loud? He lived for one more attack, but that was important. Because if Kobe were dead, that guy might have killed someone else, you know? All good to me. Hey, thanks, Genevieve B, and Quick Guns and Dagger. Iced. Ice? Theoretically cool. The government organization, though? F them. They're stupid and dumb. Hey. I killed a bunch of giants. And now I have 4,000 gold. So, like, yeah, you kind of take a lot of damage in those battles. But I could spend, like, an hour to get this amount of gold instead. That doesn't sound as good. So yeah, basically you get to the Peninsula of Power, you go all out for one battle, you might have a bunch of people die. But then you get a bunch of experience and gold. Hit him with the Roos. Give him the old Roos. Is it Ruse or Roos? You tell me. What does the Gur Ogre in this case stand for? Green? Great Ogre? Greater Ogre? That makes sense, because a lot of Dungeons & Dragons have, like... They use greater to mean, like, oh, this enemy is gonna be a lot more powerful, right? Put the warrior as first character, says Frederico. I don't need any advice for this game, but thank you. I just wanted to try to walk back with my my black mage there, and I definitely wanted my warrior to survive. I realize I should have done that. You know, this is... he'll be fine. Let's fight here. And then cure him. Only 1/3 of us know what the like button looks like, it seems. Yeah, Dagger, I feel like a lot of people still don't know that the like button on mobile is you just double tap your screen. It's a typo. It's supposed to be FR, as in Father Ogre, like he's a priest. Thank you, Sean. I would have never known that. But yeah, Frederico, thank you. Welcome. I have played this game so many times that when I'm messing up, it is a choice for me. It's almost time, says Genevieve B. Yeah, it's 11, but not 11-11. Man, this Gur Ogre is being kind of a jerk. Bork's taking some damage here. Yeah, I might gotta run. Stop missing. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that guy had a ton of health. It's Groger. Yeah, it might just be Groger, which is a grocery store, is it not? Yeah, we ain't living this. Let's run. Close call from Bork there. And like, I should probably do this. Because now I have 69 HP. Damn, getting some horrible luck here. Ambushed again. I'm getting a ton of texts right now. They might just be reminders for my haircut appointment. Yeah, here we go. Hello, here's a friendly reminder about a thing we reminded you of yesterday and the day before, is what I'm getting texts for. Which I do appreciate, because, you know, sometimes I'm very airheaded. Good running, Pip. Get into the boat. Jeremy, asking me to say something that I don't know what it means. If you explain, then possibly I'll say this random thing. I don't love the idea of someone popping into my chat being like, hey, can you say this thing? This random thing? That I won't tell you what it means? I don't know what that means. Sounds like a troll. Hey, we got a lot of money, though, so, like, what can I buy? I have Ice and Fire 2. This person doesn't have any level 2 magic, which at this point is cheap for me. It's I love you in Indonesian, says Sean R. Aku cinta kamu. In that case. Let's get Invis for Pip. Apparently Lamp is bugged as well and does nothing. In fact, I think Kobe should have Invis as well. Because it's just generally a good buff to throw on during tough battles. The Invis obviously stands for invisibility, or invisible. It makes your character kind of hard to see, and it will increase your evasion by 40% in battle, and that's like pretty darn good. You can stack it too. I don't know if Dark or Slow do anything, but Temper definitely does not. So let's get the bugged spell, everybody. Let's get him Dark. Actually, let's get him Slow. And, now that I'm thinking about it, let's get Kobe another weapon. I don't know if he can equip the short sword, but let's try it. At this point, I am very rich. So, let's see here. 15 and 24 are his hit and, his damage and hit percentage. And now it's 21 and 29. That's pretty darn good. Just so I have some data, let's see what the hand axe does in comparison to the short sword. Damage 28, hit percentage 30. Damage 27, hit percentage 35. Yeah, so if I give the fighter the short sword, he will suddenly be able to hit twice in combat. Because for every 32 hit percentage that you have, your character has a chance to hit an extra time in combat. So the short sword is actually just better than the hand axe until he gets to the next level, but that's coming pretty soon, so I'll give him the axe anyway. The fighter gets, naturally gets 3 hit percentage every level. So he'll start hitting twice at level 7. And that's happening soon. I keep going into my menu, I'm sorry. Let's get some more spells at some point. Actually, first let's get some items, then we'll go to Elfland. Short sword? I thought you said short straw. Yeah, he drew the short straw on that one. Also, what kind of armor can we get here? I know I can get gloves for everyone. I can get an iron armor? Wait, let's do that. For Bork. Then some gloves, I think. I don't think the red mage can equip this wooden shield, but it's only 15 gold, so let's give it a shot. So Bork has 17 absorb and 43 evade. Now he's got 26 and 35. I don't mind that his evade goes down. Make it 27. Okay, so the red mage cannot equip the wooden shield. And let's give these gloves to Asim. That gives one more absorb. Let's get some gloves for Kobe. Bork is armor up. Asim, that's right. Everyone put the up in the chat for Bork, who armored up. Can I sell this? Yeah, let's sell the chainmail here. For 40 bucks. That'll almost get us a potion. Alright, let's buy some tents. One pure. Let's get one of everything. And yeah, what's awesome about Final Fantasy I is that you can only buy one item at a time. And toward the end of the game, you're going to want to stock up on heal potions just so that you can use a ton of them, like, out of combat, you know? So, like, after every dungeon, you're going to be using, like, 30 to 40 heal potions in any given dungeon, depending on your party lineup. So after every dungeon, before and after every dungeon, I guess, you're gonna have to just, like, sit there mashing the A button at these potion shops, just to buy all the way up to 99 heal potions, because that's how many you can hold. Sirefly, I see your witty comment. Welcome. Let's go fight more ogres and stuff, and giants, and zombies. Alright, let's fight the Gur Wolf and the Gur Imps. I'm gonna just fire one of these wolves, because I think that's a guaranteed kill. Imagine holding 99 heal potions in real life. Where do you even put them? Sirefly? Yeah, it's like really never explained, like, can they just hold everything in a magic bag in their inventory? If so, why can they only hold 4 weapons? Maybe the instruction manual says something about it. Buy magic. I've got the official Explorer's Handbook here, everybody, which came with my copy of the game. Here's a listing of the items that you can buy at potion shops, as well as what they do for you. Heal potion extracted from a rare tree. It restores HP. You can use it during a fight or while traveling. You know what? I haven't shown that off yet. That you can actually use items in battle, but like here's the page of the items in the Explorer's Handbook. The potions come in this very elaborate vase, which looks large and bulky. So yeah, how do they carry even 10 of those, you know? Let's fight some people, though. And then I'll have Asim drink. Let's use a heal potion on Kobe, who has taken some damage. So out of combat, the heal potion always restores 30 HP. But there it restored 24. So you get a worse deal using it in combat, and that's basically why I never ever use heal or pure potions in combat. Like poison, for the most part, you can wait until after, you know? RPG logic can only have one weapon equipment at a time. Items through 99 each. Items, though, 99 each. Seems legit to me. Yeah, Wayne. It's kind of like how Zelda can hold a ladder, and some flippers, and a sword, and a bunch of magic wands, and some jars, and a bug catching net. But 31 arrows? Forget it. That was my 11:11 alarm, everybody, and Genevieve and I always text each other at 11:11. It's our tradition. It's our thing. Everyone put a flaming heart emoji in the chat at 11:11, which is now for us. Yeah, like Genevieve B did. That's too many arrows, says Sirefly. Genio 1986, what's up, Karma? Hey, welcome. We're going to the Peninsula of Power to level up some more. Sirefly, like, there's more arrows than I would need. Hey, it's 11:11 for me, says Genio 1986. That's true. Yeah, Wayne, 11:11. That's when World War I ended, right? November 11th on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. It's the PP area, yes. Scott R. The Peninsula of Power, as they call it. Don't you miss the time when AAA titles look like this? Says Arigna M. I hope I got your name right. Like, kinda. But every now and then a game comes out that looks like this, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's play it. There's a new 8-bit RPG, I'm doing it. Thank you, Great Plains Gorilla. There's a singular Zomble here. Maybe I'll save my Fire 2s for this. Let's Invis. I'll still use Harm and regular Fire. I think maybe we can take this guy out without using Fire 2. If he attacks Asim, though, that's bad. If he picks on the wrong people. 23 damage earlier. That was Jordan's number. Let's fight him here and then use Invis on Asim. 8 damage. I'm tired with the obsession of photorealistic graphics. Yeah, Sirefly, like, Undertale and Deltarune didn't need that. And those games did very well. And are great. That said, there are a lot of games out there that are, like, specifically designed to be cartoony. And that's cool. I don't mind that. Boom! 7 damage for the kill. Wind Waker is still good today. Yeah, Frederico, that's a good point. Hey, and Bork leveled up. Look at this, 195 HP. This guy gets so much HP. The fighter is just the best character. And it's not really close. So we got a bunch of HP there. Strength up, Agi up, Int up, Vit up, Luck up. Perfect level up there. Yeah, not to mention he gets insane stats. But look at this. Now that I have 33% for my hit percentage, I'll be hitting twice per attack, or at least I have the chance to hit twice per attack. Because, like I said earlier, every 32 hit percentage you have, your character gains one more hit per fight action. Potentially. They might still miss, you know? Let's cure up here. And then use another tent. And get into another big battle. AQ, good morning, Karma and chat. Hey, welcome. I'm streaming a little earlier today because I have a haircut appointment at 12:30. Sorry, at 1. So I'll probably be leaving around 12:30. And then tonight, I got plans with Jackie J. Damn. One Fire 2 just cleaned up those Frost Wolves, Dosito. 402 experience, 800 bucks. Let's save again. So, I might not stream tonight, but I will probably end up streaming a little bit of Breath of Fire around 8:15, 8:30 tonight. You play D&D? Genio, I try. I have in the past. But it's like so rare that we can actually get a friend group together to play it. I'll be there, said Genevieve B. You should also be there when we play D&D. But yeah, my friends and I have been trying to get a group together for a long time, and like we just never have the same weekends free. Pretty much anyone who plays D&D knows how that goes. And did Boric just hit twice there for 69 damage? See, that's exactly what I was talking about. Let's use a heal. Let's rip a heal spell here, and then ice. Let's try slow. I think slow actually is not bugged in this game. And it reduces an enemy's, like, amount of hits they can deal, which is irrelevant against enemies that only hit once anyway, but I'm trying it because Ice Kneecats and R. Victor Dev. Welcome. Welcome back. Ineffective. Lost intelligence is what it says. I have it on respond rate 7, so the messages kind of pop up and then disappear immediately. But that's what that message said there, if you can read it. Always wanted to play D&D. My OC is an amiiboid named Devin, says Genevieve B. Molly M just texted me, you know you have a haircut at 1, right? Lol. But then when you do get together, it feels so good. And that's what takes me high. Sean R. Oh my gosh. I texted... Sean R. is always referencing that song, so last night at the bar when that song came on, I had to text him about it. Sean, you should play D&D with us. Oh, okay, so apparently Molly M one time scheduled a haircut for me at the same place that I'm going to today. So they have her email, so like I'm getting the text for it, but she's getting the emails. So she's like, hey, you know you have a haircut, right? Yes, I would love to play Dend with y'all. Yo, Sean R, like Nat20 is an amazing DM. So you should slide into his DMs about it. Nat20, the same guy who's letting me borrow this AVS machine so that I can stream Final Fantasy 1 on the Nintendo NES system. What this game D&D? Victor Dev, we're talking about Dungeons and Dragons. And it's a tabletop role-playing game where you get to be characters and do silly voices and do quests and stuff, and then roll dice and then laugh with your friends about it. You know what we're talking about, right? Often abbreviated to D&D, yes, or DND. If you're a heathen. Is that a modded NES? Genio, no, it's a machine called the AVS, and I linked to it in the video description. But it's a machine that plays actual NES cartridges and does it very well. Like, a lot of the times when I'm streaming my actual NES or Super Nintendo games from some machine that I have, the quality isn't this good, and the music and colors aren't this true to the original. Alright, so it looks like Kobe is almost leveling up, and then Bork might need a couple more battles after that. But I have so much money, and it looks like I've got level 4 spell slots here, everybody. Cisco Dog. Oh, good God. FF1 is so awful. Why do you say that? I love this game. Cole K, welcome back. I'm curious to know why you think that. Like, I know that it's objectively, like, a buggy and difficult game, but difficult in ways that it shouldn't be difficult. Like, sometimes it's just hard to know where you're going. I understand that a lot of the characters in this game, like the NPCs, will give you very little information, and their text boxes are not translated in a way that, I don't know, the dialogue in this game is choppy and curt, so to say. It's very charming. I do like to replay it. It's the bugs and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, someday I'll play one of those ROM hacks that fixes all the bugs, or I'll play the Pixel Remaster, you know? Yo, look at this! Dagger with the cool $10 saying, I'm a big D&D player, Karma. I'm actually one of the devs for a virtual tabletop project called Above VTT. If you guys ever play on stream, I'll watch. Yeah, Dagger, remind me of that again later. Everyone put the daggers in the chat. Because we just got a cool $10, everybody. Hey, thank you so much. Dagger, if you want, you can choose my party order, because it says so in the chat. If you donate $10, feel free to rearrange my party for a little while. But hey, thank you. Let's go buy some stuff with that $10 donation that we just got. Oh, wait a second. I have 4,000 gold. What I should absolutely do right now is go to the weapon shop and buy a shiny new silver sword for my fighter. Because this is like the best weapon in the game for a very long time. It'll be a long time before this guy can get a weapon upgrade. In fact, I think the red mage can equip one of these too. So let's see some stats here. 29 damage, 33 hit percentage. That got bumped up to 36 and 43, which is very good. But also, 21 and 29 for this guy? Yeah, he can wear that. 29 and 34. So yeah, that puts him over the hit percentage cap so that he can now strike twice in combat. Of course, he's going to be using a lot of magic, so I'll wait on that. But yeah, getting that silver sword, pretty darn important. Man, once you make it to Elfland, there's just like so much money to be spent. Is this the version where you can weapon glitch and make duplicates? AQ, I think you are thinking of the PSP version. But hey, that guy here wants me to save his prince. Save our artist formerly known as Prince. Anyway, the prince must wake soon, or the dark elf will dominate. Let's see what the armor shop has here. I can get an iron shield and a wooden hat. Well, I can buy caps. Let's at least get those. And a wooden hat for Bork. Interesting. Okay, so the cap just gives 1 absorb at the cost of 1% evasion, and that's generally worth it. So let's buy a cap for... who needs it? Kobe? Yes, I agree it's not perfect, but at the end of the day, FF1 did a pathetic walk so FF7 could run a marathon. Cisco Dog? If you call this a pathetic walk, then this is the most impressive pathetic walk I've ever seen. I love this game. Yeah, no, it does have a lot of problems. You're right about that. Okay, so Kobe cannot equip the wooden hat. Let's get that other shield. That iron shield, right? Chain gloves, cap. Armor gloves, cap. Armor gloves, cap. Okay. Let's drop the wooden shield here and get the other one. Is the cap better when worn backwards? I hope not. We'll get those iron bracelets pretty soon. That actually is something that replaces your armor slot. So instead of having the cloth, Pip and Asim can have the copper bracelet. 28 absorb and 32 evade. 32. Amazing. Okay, so we got some big equipment upgrades here. No, Cisco, I respect your opinion here. I feel like this is one of those games that's always fun despite the jankiness. You know, a lot of games are not like that. For example, I do not understand why so many people love Secret of Evermore on the SNES. That game is janky and not fun. Secret of Mana, however, is janky, and despite its jankiness, it's an awesome game. I recommend it. This game is also a game that is janky in ways that, like, yes, it's very buggy in ways that you would never know, too. Because just like a lot of the spells don't work, or like some of the stats do nothing, and like you might not pick up on that. You could easily miss out on that. But despite its flaws, it's still fun to play, and like the quests are rewarding and satisfying. Good game, but suffers from first game syndrome, says Sirefly. Secret of Mana was amazing, says Cole K. Yeah, we recently played all the way through that because it's on the SNES Classic. And I'm going through all of the games in 2025 on the SNES Classic. Taking a break to play this, though. The prince must wake soon, or the power of the dark elf will dominate. Dominating. Long ago, I wandered to the northwest. I found an ancient castle that was so spooky I left immediately. I don't think I've ever talked to that person. Astos wears a disguise and lurks in seclusion. Probably has nothing to do with the spooky castle that guy found. Those things are completely unrelated. Swords and armors made of silver are very powerful. That's not true in real life. Hey, let's take a look at the magic shop. So this is some level 4 magic here. The Pure spell you can buy for 4,000 gold. And the Pure spell cures your allies of poison. You can target one ally and cure one ally of poison. But also, you could instead buy 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pure potions for 3,750 gold. And that would be cheaper and probably more pure potions than you'll need for the entire game. Of course, if you do that, you have to spend a long time at the item shop hitting the A button over and over, because you can only buy one item at a time in this game from the item shops. So, nothing really particularly useful in this magic shop. The anti-ice spell is decent if you're up against a boss that you know is going to use the ice spell, but there's like 2 of those, you know? The fear spell is kind of cool, and it makes enemies run away. And there is a very small chance that you can do that on the last boss. Alex DT, welcome back. That guy says the same thing as a lot of the other dudes. On the other hand, the black magic spell has Fast, which is one of the most important spells in the game. Ice 2, which is a full screen nuke, and that's really good. And then Confuse and Sleep 2 are situationally useful. I feel like Confuse is a little bit better. But we're definitely going to be coming back here at some point. I thought it was Fonzie's ice spell. Hey, ice. Yeah, it stands for anti-ice, which all of us should be these days. Still just working over here, such an MVP. Hey, I'm working here. So, like, let's see what the Silver Sword can do against a single ogre. Ogre? Damn near killed her. Waffle Saucer, great name, welcome. Hi, hello to you too. 2 hits, 104, jeez. That wasn't even a critical hit, was it? Fear spell probably brings out their nightmares or their greatest fear. Yeah, it just gives them a ton of anxiety, it seems. Like, oh no, people, I'm gonna have to talk to them. Ogre, hardly knew her. Sirefly? Well, made some progress toward a level up there. And you can't spell progress without ogres. And now we dance. Dosito? Possibly. Oh, you know what I meant to do is go into the castle at Elfland and, like, show you the story and stuff. I'll do that after we get another 4,000 gold or so. Now I'm thinking of that awful joke, says Soulwave. Like, awful in an NSFW way, or awful like it's just a bad joke? Because if that's the case, I want to know. By the way, maybe it's obvious to you, but I haven't really shown it off yet. A lot of the sea creatures around here are weak to lightning. So, the Lit spell tends to do a little bit more damage against sharks and sahags. This is a red sahag here. Karma doing the ooh-woo hands, I was. Cole K, I never heard that ice was slang for any sort of drug, as a matter of fact. I love your Earthbound, Final Fantasy, and Star Fox, and a link to the past shorts. Yo, Waffle Saucer. Sounds like you love my channel in general. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah, played most of those games pretty recently because we've been going through the entire SNES Classic, and I'm not done with it. But hey, everyone put a waffle in the chat, if there is such an emoji. The time for jokes is ogre. This is serious, says Kirby P, as Alex DT donates a cool $20 saying to put towards our haircut. Gotta keep this man looking spectacular. Yo, everyone put an ADT in the chat for Alex DT, as we got another 20 curls to go suddenly. I should get on those. Hey, thank you so much. Oops. Yo, Alex DT, we love typos on this Steam. So, hey, thank you so much. Cheers. Let's hydrate together. Because I got water. And what are you gonna do about it? Drink some? That's good for you. That's responsible. Isn't ADT a security system company? Cole K? Yes, and because that man has been so generous, I have a little more job security. Hey, we got there. Made a joke out of it. It wasn't that good, but it was fine. Where's your curling broom? Sirefly? I have never played curling. But it's funny you mention that because, like, the other day we were playing You Don't Know Jack. It's one of those Jackbox games. And, like, the category was it would throw up a term on the screen, and you had to pick whether it was a Harry Potter reference or a curling term. And, like, I happened to get all of them correct, but some of them were difficult. What a weird category. Been getting that all my life, says ADT. Curling is fascinating to watch. I kind of like it when it's on the Olympics, you know? Back to work later, gang. Yo, Dagger, thank you so much for showing up and clicking that like button. Everyone put a dagger in the chat. For Dagger. who donated $10 earlier, and that is very cool. Alright, let's go back to that Peninsula of Power. Being able to grind at that spot makes the game so much faster. Because, like, I could go to the next dungeon, but man, like, you really need to be outfitted for that next dungeon because it can get really difficult. Especially if you have a bad party, which I usually like to do. This time I happen to have gotten a fighter in my party. Let's use fire here. Finally, a fantasy, says Gecko. Oh, and then remind me, speaking of daggers, Genio 1986, remind me later that I want to show off a glitch with the temper spell. Zachary E! Hey Karma, are you playing Super Punch-Out yet? Yeah, we finished that probably in like January or February of this year. Sean, I see you putting the Discord link in the chat. I do have a Discord, everybody. It's the best way to get updates about my channel. If you want to catch me live, join the Discord. Also, we just have a good community, you know? We just good people. And we post a lot of cat pictures. So yeah, I pretty much always post on the Discord before I go live with a live stream, or anytime I make a video. L6. And Michael Mervin, I see you. And Diverse Curse. Oh hey, FF1 is correct. It's fun when people listen to the rules, yeah. Genevieve B, maybe I should, like, write some rules at some point. Mostly my rules about the Discord and my chat are like, hey, don't be disrespectful. Unless it's really funny. No, not even. Pretty balanced team, says Diverse Curse. Yeah, that's not usual for me. Because usually I like to use the thieves, who are not good in this game. Oh, I didn't buy any more tents. That's okay, I'll save the game with a cabin. Time for giants and stuff, says Cole K. Good guess. Jeremy J. Trades, yeah, we're at the Peninsula of Power, as it's called. And I think it's called that because it was pointed out in the Nintendo Power magazine back in the day. So they're like, you know what? Nobody else has named this yet, as far as we know, so let's name it. We get to name it. I'm gonna use the Invis spell, because that seems like a responsible thing to do with my white mage. Rule 2, when in doubt, do without. Yeah, if you're about to post a comment in the chat and you are not sure if you can say it, just keep it to yourself, probably. That said, we love puns and the occasional innuendo. Cure Asim. Howdy, but small, says Lord Toast. Simon D, I see you. In your endo. Yeah, something like that. Kevin D. Like, that's not quite towing the line of what's inappropriate. So we generally like bad jokes like that. Let's ice this dude. How did you small? Howdy, says Genio. Occasional, bro, it's never ending. Genevieve B, that's right. Alright, we leveling up here? Yeah, Bork leveled up. His strength went up, so I think I'll increase mine as well. Let's do some of these curls, everybody. Thanks to ADT and Dagger for the cool donations. Alright, we're doing curls today. I've got 20-pound weights, as always, and let's do a set of 20. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whew. Man. Kind of feeling it today. The exhaustion, I mean. It's a font on my keyboard, says Lord Toasts. I always wondered how people did that in, like, Instagram comments and on YouTube and stuff. Hey, we did 20 curls, everybody. Strength up, agi up, int up, vit up. Great level up there. Good set. Hey, Cole, thank you so much. One is good for now. Surprised you could read that, KJ. Avis? So, like, because my eyesight is so bad, I often rely on, like, my brain just filling in the gaps for me. So, like, usually when I'm reading, how do I put this? As long as I can see some of the letters, I know what you're saying. How did skee-ball go last night, says AQ. Oh, you mean for my team, Final Fantasy? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because we got out of a possible 32 points, we got 27, and that's pretty darn good. At one point, so my first round, basically the way it works is, like, usually you do 4 games, then you take a break while other teams play, and then it's your turn again. Let me back up. We were using 4 of the 6 skee-ball lanes last night for League, right? So, since we're using 4 lanes, 4 teams compete at a time. The winner of that round gets 4 points, second place gets 3, third place gets 2, fourth place gets 1. And usually the way it works is, the format is like this. Last night we were using lanes 1, 2, 3, 4. Each team sends up 3 rollers. Lane 1 rolls a ball. Lane 2 rolls a ball. Lane 3 rolls a ball. Lane 4 rolls a ball. After each team rolls 3 balls, they switch out their teammates. They send up a new player for their team. So, basically every round, 3 players from Final Fantasy roll 3 balls each. And we had 4 teammates last night, so, you know, I wasn't participating in every round, because we were rotating. So my first 3 games, my 3 balls were like 40, 50, 50, which is really dang good. But then, like, my 3rd or 4th game, I tried to aim for hundreds, and I missed and missed and missed. I rolled 10, 10, 10. And I was like, alright, shake it off. Then for the remainder of the night, I don't think I missed a single ball. I rolled 40s and 50s. And then there was one round where I went in as the closer for our team. We had a total of 100 points going into the last 3 balls, which is not good, but my teammates were trying for hundreds and they missed, I guess. So I happened to roll 3 100s in a row. I rolled a perfect round and brought us from last to first. And what was wild was I happened to put us ahead by like 110 over the next team. Literally everyone else rolled 100 on their final ball. So I was like, wow, good thing I did that. Just like the championship. Yeah, Genevieve B. We won the league 2 seasons ago. Karma is good at handling his balls for his team. Yeah, Silvala, I messed up. So basically I had one bad round and then I was able to shake it off. and roll 40s, 50s, and 100s for the rest of the night. I don't think I missed. I don't think I got a single 10 or 20 for the remainder of the night. AQ, thank you. Zana T, this is Mortal Kombat. It's a lot like Super Punch-Out, and it's a sequel to Silk Song. That odd eye gave me 10 bucks. Weekly meetup or monthly? It's every week for like 8 weeks, and then there's a 2 or 3 week break. This is actually Uniracers, or as the British call it, college racers. I'm no more talking about Mortal Kombat. I know, no, I appreciate you. I was just busting your chops. Odd eye. Astigmatism. Astigmatism? Hardly knew him. Jason Mel, I see you lurking in the background. Welcome. Okay, so there are some awesome level 3 spells to get from my Black Mage, but like, I think just in order to use his spell charges more effectively, I'm going to get him a level 4 spell first. Stop minding Jason Slooty Bart Fast Mel, KJ. I don't mind. I'm not minding. I never mind. You're minding. Alright, let's get Ice 2, and then like I should have my red and black mages learn fast. And slap too. I have one amazing and interesting question. Zana T, let's hear it. Did Bork die recently? Oh yeah, he died twice at the Peninsula of Power. Simon D. So he needs 1800 for the next level up, whereas Pip needs 400. Do you know gorillas? I do, as a matter of fact. I don't really listen to them. Astos put the prince to sleep. Please save him. Astos tucked the prince in. That's horrible. Without warning, Astos attacked our castle. Our prince was laid under a curse and our treasury ransacked. The rest of us are fine, but like this one guy needs to really sleep it off. For 5 years, the prince has slept under Astos' spell. Only Herb can wake him. He would wake and bake, is what you're saying. Yeah, that gets some people up in the morning, I get it. Ain't nothing like a 5-year nap, though. Look, these elves live to be like 600 years old, so a 5-year nap to them is just a pretty long nap, that's all. The Cave of Dwarf is at the west end of the Aldi Sea. I forgot it had a name. Where is Herb at? We'll find it at some point. That's the guy that gives me the lore there. He drops the lore on me. LDC, pack your own cargo. Cole K? I think I get that joke. Is Aldi a grocery store?
This treasure room is locked with a mystical key.
I'm just gonna double check. Okay. Because last time somebody said something was locked, it turns out it really wasn't locked at all. Yo, Joseph Neal! The Lillipup has been a member for 9 months, saying wow. Hey, everyone put a puppy dog in the chat. Thank you so much for the support. My morning routine, says Genevieve B. I like the other parts of your morning routine as well. Bah! Take that, asp. Oh, you know... Wait. Did I have nearly enough magic or gold to buy another magic spell. A level 3, anyway. Alright, let's do some grinding here. Want to ask, did you talk to the invisible person of the castle, says Jason Mel? Oh, you bet I did. Asp is how Cleopatra killed herself, allegedly. I didn't know that. Cole K, I, never heard of that. Your morning rue adult. My gosh, Sirefly. That one took me a second. Yeah, it's no longer a routine. It can vote. Chop! I mean, missed. Yeah, so Bork is just gonna reliably hit things for a lot of damage from now on. Name the movie this line is from. Asps, very dangerous. You go first. If it's not an Indiana Jones, then I don't know what to guess. Jason Mel, I'm not minding you. You behave. Sean seems pretty confident that it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. Michael Mervin guesses Temple of Doom. I'm gonna guess Indiana Jones. You got it. Raiders of the Lost Ass Ark. This game looks really fun. They should make a sequel or a few dozen. Yes, Sirefly, but then it wouldn't be the Final Fantasy. Star Wars, says Mage Davey. Yo, I like ducks. Welcome. Alright, alright, alright. Aldi is a German supermarket. I think I had one of those in Kansas City, but I never went to it. Like, people were talking about it, you know? Anyway, let's get, hold? Let's get lit, too. Let's get lit, too. But yeah, for those of you who missed it, usually when you check a tomb in this game, it just tells you, this is a tomb. You already knew that. You know, it might actually be a gravestone. I feel like a tomb is like a room you can enter, right? What's the difference between a tomb and a grave marker? But if you check this one, it says, here lies Erdrick, who is the guy from Dragon Warrior, and he lived to be almost 30 years old. R.I.P. Yeah, that's a reference to the, then it was the Enix franchise, Dragon Warrior, or Dragon Quest, I should say. And Erdrick was, technically, canonically, he was the hero of Dragon Warrior 3, which I still haven't played the HD 2D remake. But yeah, he only lived to be 29. Well, I guess, I'm wondering if years on this planet are equivalent to the years on Earth. Like, maybe their year is, like, you know, 2 or 3 of ours. So that could be a really long time to these people. But yeah, either way, rip. I wonder if I can dig up his grave and get, like, the Sword of Kings or something. Which is not just an Earthbound thing. That's actually the name of the weapon in Dragon Warrior 3. 29 in 8-bit years, says L6. A tomb is a whole structure. A grave marker is either a pile or a hole. A headstone, I think, was the word I was looking for there. I'll give you headstone. No, wait, what? Imagine I didn't just say that. Karma, behave. Gonna get banned. Sorry. Gonna get banned for that one. Oh, hey, Final Fantasy VIII released in the US 26 years ago today. Michael Mervin, it can vote! Let's go check on that guy. Let's go check on that Invisa guy. What? KJ, behave. Aroo, says Simon D. Yeah, speaking of which, I think we are going to play some Breath of Fire 2 tonight for my friend Lexi Wolf. Where am I going? I went the wrong way. Let's go back into this castle. What? You think I'm handsome? Anyway, so there is an invisible NPC in this room, and you can hit the A button while facing him or her or it or them to talk to this person, and they say, so, you are the Light Warriors. I don't know if their dialogue ever changes throughout the game, but this isn't technically an Easter egg. I think this NPC was supposed to be visible. Or, I don't know, maybe it is an Easter egg, and Nazir, who programmed this game, is like, let's put an invisible person in there, and it'll be funny. But a lot of people say that that's a glitch because that NPC was supposed to be on the same sprite layer as these sprites, or something like that. And a lot of people will say that that they swear you can see this NPC if you are in the room to the right, but I've checked it before, and you cannot. So there is just an invisible dude there. What's GTFO? They have the invisibility cloak. Yeah, Sirefly? They cloaking. Does the existence of light warriors imply the existence of heavy warriors? Yes. Or light mages. Isn't there another one to the right, upstairs? Jason Mel, I don't think so. Should I go check? Anyway, this is the Lit 2 spell. It demolishes groups of Sahags, even if it does a low damage roll. Jason Mel, are you, like, how confident are you of that? Because that's not something I've heard of. I didn't know there was another guy. Yeah, Mage Davey, there are Dark Warriors in Final Fantasy III. Here's a guy. Thank you for rescuing the princess and beating up a bunch of giants and ogres. The princess always worries about you. Yeah, she never calls me, though. Where should I look, Jason Mel? Another invisible guy? Not over here. Hi, princess. A scene? Excuse me, princess. Down and right. Yeah, nothing over here. Unless they're like beyond the wall somehow. Maybe in another version of the game? Or in one of these pillars? Wait, Jason Mel, I explored this entire room and there's nothing... There's nothing over here. You might be thinking of a different version of the game. It is a suspicious empty room, to be fair, Cole K. But yeah, if there is something in there, it doesn't have any sort of collision detection. I'll Google, says Jason Mel. Okay, thank you. The lack of symmetry is haunting. The space is pregnant with opportunity. Cole K? I hate that phrase. Because it implies that the opportunity is a baby. Can I play with you next time, says Zanati? Play what? I mean, if I'm playing F-099, anyone's free to join. Avis? Maybe baby. It could be. Kaizokus, they give good money. Let's use the Ice 2 spell, just to show you. It is KarmaJolt. What's up? Yo, Dendon Tucker, welcome back. Thanks for commenting on all my videos lately. Michael Mervin, it's not a vacuum. That's not what we were trying to imply. This guy's gonna get iced. A seam with the Ice 2, see ya. Captain Vimes, welcome. How are you? Okay. Keeping track of the time, it's almost noon. What it is, says Molly M. Yo, what a fine party person. Molly M at Skee-Ball last night had, like, probably the best round I've ever seen. Probably, like, the most comical round I've ever seen, where, like, she went in as the closer. Didn't do that great. She rolled a 10, a 10, and a 10, and then the second place team caught up to us for the tie, which means it goes to a roll-off, and the first team to hit 100 wins. Then she just immediately sunk the 100 and was like, take that. What a flex. Molly M, my fellow MM mod. That's true, Michael Mervin. Must be a Mandela effect. I could have sworn there was someone there, but I was young, too. Jason Mao, I mean, it happens. Also, Molly M hit a bunch of 50s last night, which was sick. And got one of the hot dogs from the bar, and it was really good. Mandela effect. Curious George had a tail. Cole K. When I was younger, he definitely did not have a tail. I know that because I had a Curious George stuffy, a plushie, who had a shirt, but not a tail. Back to lurk, says Selvala. I be around. Appreciate you. Bayek, I see you as well. KarmaJolt, can I play with you next time? Yeah, Zana T. So I already answered that. But, like, what are you talking about? What game? If I'm playing a single-player game, then, like, no, because that's not possible. But yeah, like, if I'm doing F-Zero 99, anyone is free to join. Getting a migraine from this computer screen. Oh no! Genevieve B, that's stupid. Jason Mel, I swore to KJ a couple years back that the announcer in Smash Bros. Melee said the word on it, which is not true. Michael Mervin, I remember that. I remember standing on business about it, too. Being like, alright, I'm gonna call you out. In what game does he say the names of the places out loud, right? Feel like I would remember if he did that. But then Michael Mervin, to his credit, was like, alright, I looked it up. I don't know, I guess I was wrong. I don't know why I thought that. Mandela effect is just people misremembering things. Sirefly, but like, it's specifically people en masse misremembering things. Molly's in here. Henlu, says Genevieve B. That's true. Henlu. Sometimes it's real, though, like the Fruit of the Loom thing. We were being gaslit. Captain Vimes, tell me about this. Because I think me and some friends were talking about this recently. Where someone was like, yeah, apparently that was a Mandela effect, and there was no basket of fruit in the Fruit of the Loom logo. And, like, I thought there was. I'm in the prep room doing a slow embalming, so I'm entertaining myself. Molly M? You making mummies? Alright, let's use a tent and fight some big ol' enemies, who at this point of the game, like, aren't that difficult for us now. We can even survive some of these battles. It's weird that I haven't encountered any trolls or zombies, but let's use Lit, too, on these guys. Zana, you're welcome to join online games where lots of people can play, like F-Zero 99, but he isn't going to join you one-on-one for games. Yes, thank you, Sean. Yeah, no, Zana, like, I'm gonna play the games I play on stream. I'm not gonna, like, change my stream schedule or go out of my way to play one specific game for one specific person. Although I appreciate that you asked. I could be considered a troll on this stream. Ken, can you? You're usually very nice and cool. But yeah, Zana, usually when I play F-Zero 99, like, a lot of people will join me for that. Ooh, critical hit from Pip with the hammer. Dang, not killing these guys, huh? Hit him. There we go. 43 damage. A low damage fire with the kill. You gotta make everyone happy, KarmaJolt. Den and Tucker, I am under no obligation to do that. Although I do try my best when it makes sense. Gary P2, welcome. Alright, let's use another tent. Use the cure magics. I can be considered a troll, but I'm a nice one and my cave has Spectrum internet. Whoa! I forgot you could run into a dinosaur here. Let's use the Invis spell on Bork and Kobe. And then let's ice him. Whoa, Tyro! Yeah, wow, he did like 100 damage there. Let's hit him with the lit. I will heal as well, and then keep icing. 105 damage, what a beast. Do they have the Peninsula of Power in other versions, or nah? I want to say most remakes of this game remove the Peninsula of Power. I forgot whether it's in Dawn of Souls or the one on PlayStation. But there is kind of a Peninsula of Power in Final Fantasy IV. It's not quite as useful as this one. Dang, this guy has a ton of HP. I bet he's not worth killing. But we're kind of surviving. 34 damage is a good hit from my red mage there. There we go. There we go. The stream feels like I snuck into my big brother's room in 1999. All we need is a blacklight poster of a mushroom. Captain Vimes. Yeah, from like Spencer's or whatever. Haircut in an hour. Genevieve B, thank you for keeping the time for me. Alright, since Bork has strength up here, I should get more strength up as well. Let's do these 10 curls, everybody. Ready? Let's do hammer curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Alright, and we leveled up again. I've never been here for the curls. Yo, Captain Vimes? Yeah, so like, often I'll do squats or tricep presses or something for donations. Today it happens to be curls. And that's why I always have this reps counter on my live streams. Michael Mervin, you stop. You have me considering it. They also have a T-Rex enemy in this game too. 600 HP if I remember right. Yeah, Simon D. That's like a kind of rare one, right? Dagger is back, everyone. What's your favorite FF game, says Bayek Sim. I love me some FF Tactics. I think that is my favorite. And we're getting a new one. I realize there's no need to double up on Fire 2 or Lit 2, but like, I don't think there's a way I could possibly cast both of those spells in this particular battle. Because Lit 2 and Fire 2 are guaranteed to kill all the enemies. FFT, genuinely my favorite FF game, says Bayek. Samesies. It's so good. Sean, behave, says Michael Mervin. Yo, Mad Pony? Mad horse, he's mad. Bork has 53 HP and is in critical condition, quote-unquote, but, like, he's totally fine. If donations get up to $400, Karma will shave his head. Genevieve B? 500. Gen B, those are Lexi and MB numbers. Sean R? Yeah, we've had some big donors in the past. YY is also very generous. Dagger gave $50 the other day, and that was real nice. It's 11:11 here, says Sirefly with the burning heart emoji. Hey, thank you so much. Alright, that said, everybody, I gotta get ready to go to this haircut appointment. So I'm gonna save the game and call that a stream. I also need to get a quick bite to eat before I go, so I gotta, like, make a grilled cheese or something. Hey, thank you so much for watching me play a little bit of FF1. Until next time, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great. Look up my friend William Cage on YouTube, by the way. He makes awesome 16-bit music, and I've played a lot of his games before. They're all very cool. But I'll be back later tonight, maybe 8 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time with some Breath of Fire 2. Hope to see you there. Don't forget to like, says Genevieve B. Appreciate you, thank you.